record. It will
There
ask
we go.
everybody to say okay, and anybody who comes on will have to say they're okay with that. And we'll just post it on the website. And Sylvia, if you want to come check that out, that would be great. It'll be on the NCJW website.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and we usually post it in the events. So, like, if you go to past events, it'll be on top of this section, this segment.
Okay. Like I said, it's like, what is it when it rains, it pours. So there's like two great meetings I want to go to, but I can't be in both. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, so Abby, I don't know if you are a part of Fund My Future for your kids, but you're going to learn a whole bunch of great things if you're not. And Tony is the Community and Outreach Director for Fund My Future. You started with Propel, right, Tony?
I started at Propel, and now I am with Neighborhood Allies.
Yeah, and this is a great way to get families and kids involved in saving for their future. So, Tony, if there's anything else you want to share about yourself, or Amber too, we can go ahead and let me do this. Enable. There we go.
Okay, great. So
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that intro. I'm trying to. Am I able to share my screen?
Let me make you a co-host. No problem. Just takes me a second here. There you go.
Okay, great. So here is my screen. And what I like to do at all of our sessions is just do a quick, and this is going to be a very quick recap of Fund My Future PGH, which was the very first presentation that happened in the course of this 3-part saving series. So here we go. So Fund My Future PGH, we are an initiative of Neighborhood Allies, and these are our vision and beliefs. This is what we stand on, and this is why we do what we do. And these 5 bullet points talks about our vision and our beliefs. And feel free to look at it at your leisure, but what I want to, because this is a recap, so what I want to get into is what exactly the program is. Like, what is Fund My Future PGH? We are a children's savings program, and we incentivize adults for saving for a child. So that adult can be a parent, a grandparent, a godparent, an aunt, or an uncle, just as long as you have a child to save for. It started at Propel Schools, as we had talked about a little bit earlier, and we're now available to all families in Allegheny County. Any child age birth to 18 can be enrolled in the program. Everyone must reside in, the family must reside in Allegheny County. Now, once the child is 18, that child will be no longer able to participate in the program. So it's up until age 18. And the adults will simply enroll online. It's very simple, and I'll show you the website. The website is fundmyfuturepgh.org. However, if you go to the website today, you'll see that the link is under maintenance. So we are updating everything. So what I am encouraging everyone to do, because I can still get you enrolled, just follow the instructions. It says if you would like to enroll, email info@fundmyfuturepgh.org, and I will make sure that you get enrolled. And I will follow up with you. So any adult who resides in Allegheny County can enroll by simply opening up an account with any financial institution on behalf of any child, and then begin to make deposits to earn a monthly raffle ticket. So every month, once you're enrolled, you will receive a raffle ticket. And when I say enrolled, I mean completely enrolled, because there's 2 steps. There is enrolling in Fund My Future, which is simply signing up for the program. But if you do not have a savings account for a child, then you will have to establish that savings account for the child. But if you already have a savings account for the child, you will be completely enrolled. There's no other steps that you will need to take other than making a monthly deposit of at least $1 for a chance to win from a prize pool of over $2,000 every single month. And there's no limit on the number of times that you can win per month. Every single month, you get an opportunity to win only if you've made a deposit and no withdrawals. There cannot be any withdrawals. I like to make sure that you understand that there's no withdrawals. Even if your ticket number comes out and if you made a withdrawal, you have forfeited your chance to win. And that prize pool of over $2,000 is broken down by one lucky $1,000 winner and 29 $50 winners. That is how that prize pool is broken down. And once you provide verification and complete the survey, you will be a winner. And lastly, I'd like to talk about our annual recognition celebration, where we celebrate families for saving. And that's coming up on May 25th of this year. We're so excited because this will be our opportunity to see each other because it's going to be in person. So we're looking forward to that. Please be sure to check our newsletters that goes out. That's another form of communication that we utilize. We love to feature our winners and all the Fund My Future PGH happenings. You get to see who won and how much they won, which shows that the program is working because families are saving. So again, if you would like to enroll in Fund My Future today, please email info@fundmyfuturepgh.org, and we'll make sure that you are enrolled in the program during this maintenance time. And this right here, this is just showing you what we do in the community. We're out and about in the community. I can't wait till the weather breaks and we get an opportunity to go back out and set up tables and just be at events. And our families are always so excited to see us. As you can see, we have our infamous t-shirts that everyone loves, the Fund My Future PGH t-shirts. And this is the most recent one. It says, "My child is the future." And then the child's shirt says, "I am the future." So yeah, we're really excited about our new t-shirt line. And here's a picture of one of our Fund My Future PGH winners. And this is her statement that she said. She said, "Think about your child's future. Think about the longevity, not short term, and start an account for your child. You won't regret it." And she emphasized on start the account. And that's what I want to emphasize to anyone watching this. Just start it. Don't put it off. Start an account for your child. We work with several financial institutions. If you don't have the money to start an account today, we have a financial institution that can work with you. We have a couple. So just start. Let's get it started and then make that initial deposit by the end of the month. And you could be our next winner. It's just that simple. We've had that done, and that could be you. So I am going to end this recap of the Fund My Future PGH portion. I know it was very quick, but it was just a recap because the majority of this session is going to be, you're going to hear from Amber. So I just wanted to know if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer. And I am going to stop sharing now. And that was quick.
Tony, I just wanted to say that you were so inspiring last month that I registered 3 of my kids. You know, I have 4, but only 3 are eligible. So we're in your system.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Awesome. You know what? I thought I did see your name on there. I thought so. So you're in, And you're ready now. You're already did you come in already with accounts, or do you
We
need
have
help?
an account, yeah, but I did a monthly automatic pull to it, so yeah.
That's it. So you're good to go. So you'll be getting a raffle ticket when the 21st. Love it. I love it. I love it. So awesome. We love it. We love when our community partners engage in From Our Future as well, because we are a universal program. We're available to everyone. You know, this is a great, wouldn't it be nice if every child in Pittsburgh was saving for their future? How empowering would that be? So
And I think, it's good because it gets kids hopefully aware of saving, and then they'll continue to save for their retirement. Like, it gives them a sense of what it means to sort of save over long periods of time, and how the outcomes are when that happens.
yeah, and just watching the money grow.
Exactly.
I'm
And
excited.
I will also say that the process was very simple. So yeah.
That's good. Yeah. We try to, keep everything real simple and easy, because everyone's so busy, and we have financial institutions that you can go in person, or you could do it over the phone, or you could do it online, whatever is easiest for that family. We meet you where you're at. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
All righty. So are there any questions in the,
No, I don't. I mean, just the one about recording. And other
okay.
than that, we're good. So
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to stop my video. And
we are moving on to Amber. So Amber, this is my first time meeting you. So I'm super excited. I'm Kate from NCJW. I work with Megan and with Abby, and
Nice
I'm
to
looking
meet you.
forward to hear everything you have to say today about savings and making it work.
Yeah, I can definitely dive into that a little bit. I was planning like an introduction to the FEC. I wasn't sure, but I can switch gears real quick too. So we'll dive into that a little bit. Hang on. Well, I do need to share my screen, so I don't know.
Let me make you a co-host. I don't think I did that, so no problem. There we go, and you should be set.
Okay. Just give me 1 second to find the right PowerPoint here. Okay. All right, how are we doing? We seeing this?
Yeah, looks great.
Great, okay. All right, so I know it's hard to share feedback on, we'll start at the beginning here. Okay, so my name is Amber Book. I am the program manager for the Pittsburgh Financial Empowerment Center. We are a program that is collaboration between the City of Pittsburgh, Neighborhood Allies, and Advantage Credit Counseling. We are modeled after a national model that is put out by the Cities for Financial Empowerment. It was started in New York City and has been a trend that has just caught on and taken off, and you can pretty much find a financial empowerment center in every part of the country at this point. I think there's over 40 of them now. So we have been going for about 3 years, and we're really happy. The things are going well. All of our practices and all of our the way we run our program is data driven and research driven, and so we follow all of those standards. So sometimes when we think about the word budget, it does not make us feel great. It sounds like something that is boring, first of all, maybe scary, too hard, too much time, stuff like that. So our job here at the Financial Empowerment Center is to kind of take the bad out of budget really get you to understand that budgeting can be a great thing. It can be a good thing. And it's a necessary thing if you want to save or you want to, grow your wealth in any way. The thing you have to do when you start, so I know we were talking about savings a little bit, but in order to start any process and with finances, the thing you have to do is you really have to get down to the nuts and bolts of it. And the first thing you should do before you talk about anything else with finances is start tracking your money. So you want to write down all of your income and all of your expenses. No rounding, no cheating, no skipping, no saying like, oh, that was only a $5 Starbucks drink, I can skip that. Or I just spent $2 at Target or $5 at the grocery or at the convenience store. Nothing is skipped. We add it all in, and there are a lot of budgeting tools out there. We have made our own tracking tool here at the Financial Empowerment Center that we're happy to share with any of our clients. I've made my own, so I used the Financial Empowerment Center tracking tool for a while, and then I've made my own. I made my own little buckets. I've made my own little way that I track it that makes sense to me. But it's really good to start out with some sort of template or model before you start trying to make your own, just so you understand what it's looking at. If you're going to do nothing else, you get in the habit of really looking at your bank account daily. And if you can't do it daily, every other day then. It is very, very important to just make sure that you are doing that daily. So these are some of the tools of the trade, right? And you want to make sure that if you're looking at any of these tools, that you're getting free ones. There's free ones out there. Don't end up buying something that you can get for free. That's a general rule of thumb, I suppose. So once you've got all your tracking down and once you're understanding where your money's going, you want to put it into these buckets. Needs, it should be 50% of your entire budget. So groceries, housing, car payments, that kind of thing. Utilities should all be 50% of your entire budget. Wants should only be 30% of your entire budget. So that is the entertainment and the, going out to the movies or, going out to dinner. That should be 30%. And then your financial goals should be 20%. So when we're talking about our financial goals, we're talking about savings, we're talking about investing. You should be dedicating 20% of your entire budget to your financial goals. Did somebody raise their hand?
I did, yeah. So I have a quick question. Like, let's say, for instance, you have a large family, and how do you get them to keep track of all of these things? Because it's not just you who's spending money; it's everybody potentially, and especially with kids. Like, how do you keep on top of them to make sure that they're giving you every penny that's going out to keep the most accurate budget?
Well, I think you could start, and I must say, like, educating kids on finance is not my strong suit. We do have some other people who are way better at this than me, but I would start really with just introducing them to budgeting and tracking. Start by a great way is to get them enrolled in Fund My Future. And then when they want to buy something, you take it out of their Fund My Future account, or you take it out of their bank account. You say, okay, you want to buy your mom a present or something, let's go get $25 out. And then you go take them shopping, and they see something you want, you'd be like, oh, that's $30. You can't do that. And so they start getting really, start understanding what the value and money actually means.
Uh-huh.
And then just starting to convince them and show them that, they usually start on their own being like, oh my gosh, I spent a dollar on this soda, you know. So it starts to become some sort of like habit for them to really understand what the value of money is. I would start there. I know that there's books and tools out there for kids to understand finances. So I would research some of that. I'm happy to do that and send you some follow-ups if you want.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to keep track of what I'm spending.
Yeah.
I can imagine like getting everybody else to tell me what they're spending that's coming out of the same pot can be a little
Absolutely.
challenging. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to just reiterate, and this will be something that I reiterate several times, that this is a lifelong battle. This isn't something that comes easily or happens overnight. You are constantly trying to remind yourself to budget or to track or to save. It's not intuitive in us. We are programmed for the society to really crave that immediate gratification of getting that great thing or making that great purchase, you know. And so budgeting and saving is not something that comes, it's not easy. And as us at the Financial Empowerment Center will be the first to admit that we struggle with it as well. We all have our downfalls, you know, we all have our times when we just have not done our best, you know, and I can attest to the fact that I was out of control in January, you know, and I needed to rein it back a lot because I just had a couple of high medical bills, and now my car is leaking windshield washer fluid, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have bought all those things that I bought in January. Too late now, but going forward, I can definitely watch my budget. The best thing to do is to know these tools, to know what these tools are, so that when you do fall off a little bit, you can rein it back in, go back to your tools, go back to your habits, and get it back on track. Mm-hmm. Like I said, how do you stick to your budget? Continue to track your expenses. So even if you fall off track, and even if you think, oh, I'll start it next month. No, start it this month. I think it's some sort of weird phenomenon that we all think like life has to start at the beginning of the month or something. It can start on February 17th. It's fine. Like your money, your money is continuous. Your money is ongoing. So it is okay to start in mid-month or midweek or on a Saturday. But the goal and the trick is to start. And that is probably the best advice I can give you. So now that you're budgeting and you're not spending all your money, what do? You save, you build an emergency fund. Emergency funds are so important to have when you do have those emergencies, those things that come up that are really expensive and could put you in a hole, you know, at some point, but you've saved up enough money that you're able to afford that $1,000 emergency that pops up. Some financial gurus or some financial experts say that emergency funds are even more important than paying off your credit cards. Build an emergency fund first, and then worry about all the other bills and getting down your debt and everything like that, so that you have that to fall back on, so that it's not so stressful when something big happens. You're like, oh, whew, I do have some money in the bank that I can afford an extra $100 a month or something like that. Yeah, of course, you know, we're always thinking about economizing, like trying to see if there's something cheaper out there, if we actually don't need that extra pair of socks that look so cozy and fun, you know, using the community resources that are out there. I love thrift shopping. Like, it is my favorite thing to do. It's so much fun. I really, it's kind of a game for me sometimes. I like go to the thrift store and I'm like, I need this, and this, and seeing if I can find it. And I usually do. And it's usually like $6 where I would have spent 30 on it brand new. You know, doing well for the environment and doing well for myself. What's that?
Amber, are you aware of our Thriftique store?
I am, yes.
Okay, yeah, great. So we've got some good synergy there.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. And good plug for that, yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah. My whole family loves thrifting too, so I totally get that. It's
Good.
always fun to find something like you wouldn't see anywhere else, and it's
Absolutely.
totally you. And yeah,
I was looking for a humidifier the other day, and I was online and I was looking, and they're all $30, $60. You know, even the cheap ones that like look like a frog are like really expensive. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try and find it at a thrift shop. And I went to the Lawrenceville thrift shop. First one I went to, found one for $6.
perfect, perfect.
Great.
The
Yeah.
other one I like too that is also great for the environment is the Buy Nothing websites. I think those are great
Yes.
too. Yeah,
I
That
literally
is,
just unmuted to mention buy nothing. So you beat me
yeah,
right to it. Yeah, if I
yeah.
want to buy something on
it is.
Amazon for like $10, they'll often
Mhm.
someone has an extra one at home and you just walk around the corner and get it off their porch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have found that buy nothing stuff moves fast though. You really kind of have to be on top of it. but yeah, it's also a very good resource. And so, you know, strategize infrequent expenses. You know that somebody's birthday is coming up and you will usually spend, or you usually buy them a large gift. Start saving now, you know, start saving in summer for Christmas. That always sets everybody up. The holidays are always a rough time for everyone. So you know that that's coming up. It comes up every year. Start setting a couple $10, $20 aside every couple weeks for that time in your life. And now just a little bit about us. We really work with you to make sure that we are talking about your goals and your needs. We are just the catalyst or the proverbial crutch to help you reach your goals. You're doing all the work. We're just helping you along the way. So we really focus on 4 categories when you come in. We safe banking, so choosing a bank account that works with your needs. If you have a tendency to overdraft a lot, we can find you a bank with no overdraft fees or low overdraft fees, something that works for your lifestyle. Improve your credit score. So if you're looking to do that big purchase in a couple of years or in a year or this year maybe, and your credit score isn't what you'd like it to be, come to us and we can help you improve that and boost your credit score and get it going and get it up there so that you can get the best interest rate possible. Building your savings, as I just said, you know, we've got best practices and tips and tricks and tools to help you to build that savings, automating your savings. You know, that whole theory of pay yourself first is always a great one to rely on, and reducing debt. So you've got a lot of debt. We can help work with you, look at each debt and see which one we should work on first, or, you know, talking to debt collectors. If it's been sent to a debt collector, we can help you negotiate and send letters to make sure that you're working it out with them and that you won't, you know, get sent to court or anything like that. So those are some of the things we do. Most of the goals that people have do fall within these buckets. Like I said, like, you know, I usually say, like, say you want a life-size statue of Batman and you've had your eye on it for a couple of weeks, you know, that might be savings because you've got to save up enough to buy that, but you might need to also improve your credit score because you might need to get some in-store credit or you know, apply for some in-store credit so that you can buy that outright. So doesn't matter what your goal is, it probably falls within these 4 buckets, and we're happy to help with anything that you come to us with. Who can come to the FEC? So anyone living in Allegheny County, any individual looking to talk through a financial issue or learn better money management skills, and you must be 18 to receive the counseling. We do have phone interpretation, so language is not a barrier. You don't have to have a certain income level. You can make $5, you can make $500,000. I just realized I put this picture up there because I love it, but I don't know that everybody knows what this is. Does everybody know what this is? No? This is the fearless girl. She's standing in front of the bull from in front of Wall Street, facing off against the bull. So it was an installation piece that went up a couple years ago when the women's rights movements were taken off. She is now she has been moved, and now she is facing off against the New York Stock Exchange. Not as impactful, but still okay. We kind of have been through some people, you know, we've been in here doing this for 3 years, and we found that there are people who kind of hit that sweet spot for getting counseling. If you don't meet all these criteria, that doesn't mean that you wouldn't do it well. It just means that, you know, maybe being in this space might be better, but you can absolutely come to us and talk through it with us. You should have some time, that should say has, I'm sorry, have some time to commit to budgeting and tracking and spending. It's not intuitive. It's not something that happens quickly. When you first start to try and budget and track, it's going to take a couple hours or an hour or two out of your week, out of your month, to try and just figure it all out. You know, you get quicker at it and you just got to stick to it, but it does take some time. You know, there is some time commitment there. So if you're in very, very busy, or if you're in some sort of emergency situation, you're not gonna be able to do this. You're not gonna be able to track and really think about your expenses. You should have a reliable source of income. So it doesn't have to be earned. It can be Social Security, it can be disability, it can be a pension, but it should be some sort of income coming into your life monthly at least. Just because it's very difficult to talk to people about savings or increasing their credit score or any of that if there's no income coming in. Again, that's an emergency situation, and we need to get you stable to make sure that your housing isn't going to go away and that you have food on the table. And that is something that we can refer for, but we are not the best people to do that. We would refer you to the food bank or Action Housing or somebody that would be able to triage your emergency situation better. Have the mental and emotional space to talk about their finances. So a lot of financial specialists out there or financial consultants out there have realized that finances are tied to your emotions, and finances are tied to your past a lot. And the way you treat money now has a lot to do with how you were raised, how your parents thought about money, and how you've up until this point have interacted with money. So so you should be in a decent mental space so you can kind of go down that path and look at that. I had one person I recommended to the FEC, and I asked her how it was going, and she's like, no, I can't do this right now. She's like, the first session I realized I needed an outright therapist and not a financial counselor. And I'm like, that's fair. And has a phone or computer with internet. So we are 100% virtual for now. We may be going back to in-person at some point, but we are 100% virtual right now. All you need is a phone. You don't need internet. We can do it over the phone, but if you have a computer with internet, we can do a Zoom or a virtual meeting with you on video. So. We offer ongoing support. This means that you can have as many sessions as you want, and they are always free. So you can stay with us for years and talk about whatever you want. Individualized and judgment-free approach. So we really try, again, we have our own downfalls. We make our own mistakes. So we are not out here to judge you on what you're doing. I usually say mostly judgment free, because if you're doing something illegal or that's under the bar, we're probably going to judge you and not be okay with that. but if you're doing everything legally and above the bar, then we're fine with whatever you want to spend your money on. Confidential interactions, your information stays with us. It does not go anywhere. We don't sell it. We have no skin in this game. are out here to help you. So we are not trying to sell a product or sell anything. You have an accountability partner so that somebody is checking in with you. You know, you have somebody to answer to, and sometimes that's good for people and sometimes that's really scary. But either way, somebody's going to be checking in with you monthly or bi-monthly and say, hey, have you saved this much money? Have you done these things? And sometimes that's a really good thing. And we will refer out if you need other resources. The initial FEC session, when you come to us for the first time, it lasts about an hour to an hour and a half, and it's because we're getting all of this information into your case or contact information. So we're getting all your background information. Again, we are just using this for our own purposes to improve our program. We're doing a financial health assessment that's going to tell us where you lie within the financial health of your life. So if you're you know, how you're feeling about money, we do a tracking tool with you. So we take all your income and expenses and we hash it all out for you. We're going to pull a credit report and we're going to talk about it. If you've ever tried to read a credit report, it's kind of confusing sometimes. So we're going to pull that, make sure that everything's on there is right and up to date, and make sure that there's nothing that we need to dispute. We're going to develop goals and then have a service plan that you're going to work on. We always tell everybody, and you know, even if you're referring clients or if you're a caseworker that's referring clients, you should come too, because we are absolutely happy to help everybody. And there's no better way, you know, it's like that hair club for men. Like, I'm not only a client, I'm the president or whatever. There's no better way to promote a program than to experience it yourself. Again, this is kind of reiterating what I just said. We track and prioritize budgets. We map out short and long-term goals. We'll help you call about options for utilities and credit cards. Maybe there's a payment plan you can get on if some of these are just outrageous and way over your wheelhouse for the week or for the month. We will review your credit report. We'll help you access right bank accounts, banks. We'll refer to public assistance or other referrals we'll make. And we can advise on home ownership and small business processes. We do have a lot of experience with these. And so we're happy to talk to you about your small business finances and home ownership if that's one of your goals. These are our counselors. They are not scary, as you can see, and we are a fierce group of women that are absolutely highly educated. Everybody is certified in financial counseling and happy to help you. So they are great. They are compassionate, empathetic, and very, very knowledgeable and wise, I will say too. Again, we will help you with finding other resources. And this is how you get us. This is how you call us. You can call us, you can email us, or you can go onto our website and fill out a referral form and we'll call you within 5 business days. So that's all I've got for today. Any questions or comments or anything else I can help with?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So when I'm just wondering what your recommendations are when you say, you know, put aside for yourself, save for yourself, or the emergency fund, especially the emergency fund, because you don't want that. I don't think you want to invest that in like longer term, like stock or anything, because then when you pull it out, you're taking a bit of a hit. So where do you recommend you put those kinds of savings? Because like a bank account, savings account is not so great either.
Yeah, there are several high interest savings programs or savings accounts out there that we would recommend. Ally is the one I use. They've probably got the highest interest for more bang for your buck. So we would always recommend doing that. The key is, and the trick is to separate your daily from your savings so that you're not tapping into it all the time, that it takes some work and thought, you know. But we do have a lot of options. There are a lot of options out there. Like I said, Ally, I can't remember. There was another one that was floating around that somebody else was like, was a really good one too. So
Okay.
yeah. And we would also just suggest, like, before you invest, or before everyone, investing, I think is like it's like the, it's like a key term right now. Everyone's all about investing. We would absolutely recommend, before you invest, that you get that emergency savings set. Don't touch it. That's not your investment money. That's your emergency savings, and then save for something, for investing. And if you want to invest, the best way to do that is to start a retirement fund, because that is investing in its own. I mean, that is absolutely investing. So yeah, if you want to start investing, start a retirement fund.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Go
yes,
ahead,
I can hear
Tony.
you.
So my question is about the online banks.
Mhm.
Are they federally, insured? Are they insured?
Yes, I mean, there are ones that are, so I would make sure that they, don't go with one that is not. But they should, if they don't say it on their website, I would not sign up with them. Make sure that it's saying that absolutely clearly on their website, so that you are not getting fooled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you feel about the safety and security of these, like these budgeting apps? I mean, you feel like they're pretty secure?
I think they are, yeah. Like I said, again, check it out, do some research, don't just go with the first one that you see. Absolutely, do some research. I wouldn't, I mean, if they're asking for your social security number and stuff like that, I don't think that they need that,
Yeah.
so, be smart about what kind of information you do put in there, or what they're asking for, but yeah, I think there's enough people using them that I think it's okay, I mean, our three biggest credit bureaus, who was it? Experian got hacked. So, I mean, there's not 100% guarantee.
No, there's no guarantees. Yeah. Yeah.
but for the most part, they're pretty good, pretty solid. So.
Okay. All right. Amber, this was so enlightening for me. I loved
Yeah,
it. So thank you
great.
so
I'm
much.
so
Yeah.
glad I could.
Yeah.
Be hearing.
And oh, we just had somebody enter our wait room. We'll see.
Too late.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Oh, he left. All right. Well. I'm going to definitely check out your website, and
Please do.
and I think I might make an appointment. So
Absolutely, yeah. Please come. We are happy to work with you. Yeah.
Abby, go ahead.
Yes, I was wondering, for when you do return to in-person, where are you guys located?
We are located at various locations throughout the county. So we have previously, and we might have to change these or check them out to make sure that these are still where we can be. But we were at Career Link downtown. We had one person at CoLab in the north side. I don't remember all the other places. There was a place in East Liberty. We were in South Side. But yeah, so we were just located all over the place. And so we're trying to make it as convenient as possible for people to get to. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of spots.
Yeah, it's been 2 years, so we're going to have to, check with them and make sure that that's still okay.
Yeah. And my guess is that these locations are accessible on the bus lines and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've thought about all that. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
East End
Great.
Co-op, I think, is where we were in East End.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's great.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, y'all take care, I guess.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much, Amber. Thanks so much for joining us. And you too, Tony.
Yeah.
I hope
Thank
everything.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. This was
Uh,
really good. Really good.
Yeah. I think it's all great. So hopefully we will see you again. I'm sure Megan will be in touch with any further questions or any other programs that she's thinking about, and we'll move forward from there. So
Absolutely. Sounds
right.
good.
Take care. Stay dry.
Thanks. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Well.
you. And are you able to, are we still recording?
Here, let me end the recording. Sorry. Let me end it.